setup again here on the MSS. Low on mana, though. Lina not going to be able to finish him off. So it is a core Veno. Jenkins is the one getting the farm. This is one of these lanes where they've killed Yuar twice, and you're tempted to go, oh, man, this Morphling's getting shit on. But he's still farming. You know, he's still out farming the Veno by a couple of CS. Like, it's not really winning them the lane. It's definitely good to kill the Morphling early on, but, you know, it hasn't really tipped the scales. And now MSS, he finds a courier.
Ooh, she got rhymes though.
Yep.
Could have been worse.
Damn, dude, these treants are tanky.
Yeah, it's looking pretty decent bot for both teams. Quinn is a level ahead of Storm. It's not great for him. He's got his bottle, but Quinn's getting in pretty soon. He's getting face with his tanking up. He's gonna reach this like level 6 peak soon.
Yeah.
Where he can just start to rotate to different lanes and kill people, and it just makes the game extremely hard for Dire.
Oh, we're gonna see it right here. Storm X onto Torrent. MSS now rotating in. And what would have been probably impossible for Quinn to finish off by himself becomes a super easy kill thanks to that global presence of the Prophet.
It was so nice to give him the last hit too.
Yeah. It's a real support. First set of bounties on the way. Likely to go 2 for 2 here. Dire position down bottom. And Radiant going to grab both up top.
Also being saying this, Abaddon did not end up being a 5. He is offlaning.
Yeah, and he's actually #1 on net worth right now. Well, just got passed by the Kunkka, but yeah, all 3 of these cores farming very well. All this. MSS says, well, I'm going to come on back, bud. Now we got a siege creep. Let's womp on this tower, too. Rubik's going to come and get on the action.
Quinn's about to hit level 6.
Might go the other way, actually.
No. Lina backups here. Abaddon's not 6.
And they've got him. Now Storm with the zip. They're going to find SVG. Okay. Sign of life for the Storm. Boat gets queued up. Will the run be there in time? But does he have the damage? Not going to finish off Ray, and we'll just have to back off. A bold maneuver, but Pirate.
It was a bit scary that Venge stunned straight away and didn't hold it for when the Conquer was gonna X marks Stormbear. Thought he might die, but he's quite tanky.
Maybe they'll get another kill here, chasing the Venge down into where the tier 1 would be mid. Torrent combo sets it up for SVG.
Beautiful.
To hand it back to him with a Tidebringer.
Love Tidebringer kills like that off groups.
Damn, look at that level breakdown. 9 on the Kunkka. Next highest is Storm, who just now dings 8. He is desperately trying to jungle his way back into this. Has picked up a broom handle. Not bad, but not getting much benefit out of that attack range there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The damage and armor's still pretty nice enough.
Yeah, it's good enough, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to slap a broom handle on an Ursa or a Monkey King.
Yeah.
But you don't have one on your team, and Tiny's got plenty attack range. Oh, he's actually going to give it away. It's on the couriers.
MSS initiated on down bottom. Ray jumps in, and the damage going to be close, but they've got it. Looks like they'll settle for Jenkins. Hey, all right. 1 for 1. I guess favorable for Chaos, as Jenkins is a core. Their farm is pretty comparable, but...
Tiny has the broom handle now. He's running.
TP out. No way to interrupt it.
X
Oh, whoa. Quinn gets there in time with the X. Damn, that was close.
They're moving together really well. Okay.
Tower is under attack.
And bounties did come out. Again, we'll go 2 for 2. Chaos going to grab both up top and maybe get this tier 1 tower. Should have plenty of time to mount a defense down bottom. Ray starting to chip at that tier 1, but level 9 Storm doesn't push too fast.
Do I have to smoke bot? And they are converging on UR right now.
Who's converging on who? You are doing a lot of damage, getting Jenkins down low. No ultimate on Jenkins yet as he gets brought down. Now Husky in trouble on the run. Dusky the Husky flying behind him. Also takes a love tap there. 2 for 0. Another tower down. Storm still hasn't finished off that tier 1 down bottom. It's 8-8 in kills, but a 5k net worth lead for Chaos.
Yeah, after the kills on Morphling at the start, they haven't really done much to stop him from farming.
Dire's middle tower is
Not
under
like you really
attack.
can. Especially when he gets Morbid Mask, it's very easy for him to sit in the jungle.
Dire's top tower is
More
under
pressure
attack.
up top. This
Radiant's
train don't
bottom
stop.
tower is under attack.
Ooh, yeah.
Go, 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 baby.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Tiny's buying a Morbid Mask?
Dire's top
A Mask
tower
of
is
Madness?
under attack.
Okay.
I've not seen this build yet.
Interesting. Oh, now Storm in the bottom lane. Wow, he's dead.
Dire's
Invisible SVG scouted that out to make it pretty easy, but another X caught. Man, these TPs are just not working out. That's another one down. That's a 5x mega streak ended. Does go the way of the Rubik.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
MSS with another
Radiant's
courier
middle
snipe.
tower is under attack.
Nice. This is brutal. Like, these aren't even trades. This is just Chaos taking control of this mid game by brute force.
It's quite rough. It's only going to get worse as they start to finish more items. Abaddon's starting to work towards a pipe now. Nature's nearly done with his Vlads.
Yeah, these are the kind of moments where Veno feels a little bit rough. You know, you're level 8, you still haven't maxed out Poison
Radiant's
Sting, you
bottom
still don't
tower
have your
is under
ultimate.
attack.
I'm a little torn. It's like if he had the ultimate, would it have mattered in those last couple fights? Probably not, but knowing that he doesn't have it makes Veno just feel like a non-threat in these skirmishes. Guess the Veil will definitely help. Still a little bit of gold to go.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I know, even though Veno feels strong right now, he's still one of those momentum heroes. He just isn't that same force when he's playing from behind.
That's true. And the map's gonna feel a little bit claustrophobic too. I know Veno likes to sit in the jungle and just put down wards and farm multiple camps, but you also have a Storm that's starving for gold. Tiny.
Yeah.
Who's probably the one that's gonna have to go on to lanes. Since he's a bit tanky. He's actually taking an ancient stack right now.
And he's got the Mask of Madness, so I'm very curious by this.
Oh, most tinies that I've seen have just all been going like damage items now, and focusing on right clicking.
Whoops.
Because you have
Veno died there.
You have your combo. Oh wait, who? Oh, object.
Yeah, he just got comboed by the Kunkka. Nothing too exciting. When I see Mask of Madness Tiny, it reminds me of the old, like, Tiny IO split push days. This was the 6-slot item that Tiny would go for, so you could just cripple a building in, 3 seconds or something.
Yeah. I mean, his talent got, like, pretty much unchanged, right? So he still has that damage from that combo, but then on top of that, he now has an infinite tree. So if he just builds damage items, he can just slay. Just click away. Combo one person, then just start to click and be an actual carry.
Sentry ward there saves the Storm. Invisible Kunkka walking on in. And that is a Shadow Blade now on Quinn. Some nice item progression there. The old pipe on the way for DM, I think. 15-minute bounties. We see a bit of a battle here. He still gets the bounty rune. No TP scroll, unfortunately. Swapped back out of the Avalanche. This is a pretty messy combo. DM is still alive, and now the Cavalry's here. You are an MSS trying to play cleanup. They've taken down 2, and they're looking for more. Out of mana onto Ray. He's not going to have an escape. Yawar will just pop him. Jenkins still alive, but it's a triple kill for this Morphling, and make it an Ultra. The Bears have been extinct. The poison ticking them down low, but there's just no finishers. And despite all that, DM, the man that it all started with, he lived.
He did. He just did not die. I mean, Abaddon's not the hero you want to be going on in any case.
They definitely screwed up that combo. Like, the swap out of Avalanche is not great.
Just sucks to blow spells on that hero, and then everyone else just ports in. And then it's a pretty easy riding fight from there.
It was a good reaction from Chaos, though, to know that they had the time to make that turn and commit. They'll find Husky.
Yeah, I think DM was asking him to come anyway. He was like drawing a line on the map, telling them to come for the outpost.
Yeah. Well, looking good for Chaos. Tier 2 in the mid goes down.
Middle tower has fallen.
Denied by Lena. That's cute. She will unfortunately pay with her life here in the bottom lane. And meanwhile, mid. Wait, we've got another. Veno caught by a boat. Storms in. They're going hard onto MSS. They might find a kill there. But at what cost, as they say? They won't be able to finish him off, at least not quite yet. Quinn still in the fray. Husky dies off in the back line as Yawar joins the party. He is big and he is bad. Manta style, Aegis of the Immortal. There is just nothing slowing down this morphing wave as he jumps into the high ground. NPL trying to go blow for blow. Not going to win that battle. Yawar might use the Aegis here. Getting healed up by DM. Might not even have to pop it. Another damning team fight.
Well. Yeah.
Okay,
and there goes the Aegis.
There it is. That's fine. A free regen. I mean, when the shotgun comes out, there's just no answer. Yawar's already just running circles around these team fights, and with that added tool, it's going to be too much damage.
Yeah, I'm unsure on Storm Spirit's item choice. He's going for Orchid, but who is he intending to have, like, to use Orchid on? Abaddon could purge it. Everyone else is, we got a Manta on Morphling already, so that's not useful. Yeah, you can use it on, like, a Rubik.
Yeah.
Or I guess you could use it on Abaddon, and then try and kill everyone else. It feels like such a big item gold stink that potentially could have 0 impact.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this game's in such a rocky spot. I don't know that there's a perfect item for the Storm, but I agree with you. Normally, the Orchid's all about getting it early, trying to hit that timing like before the Manta comes out, and then being able to punish further by slowing it down. Here, you're like not even halfway to Orchid. Morphling has the Manta, not even like working on it. So I think Storm's issue is just like surviving in these fights. I mean, maybe a Bloodstone is a bit too grandiose, but
A Yules could be potentially.
Although I guess you can also look at it like if you go Kaya Yules, are you ever really going to recover from investing in these pretty early game items? It's a tough spot to be in. How do you feel about the Royal Jelly? That's one of the tier 1 items I'm a pretty big fan of.
Hasn't dropped for me yet. I like the sharing aspect.
Me too.
Just feels nice to have someone just drop it in your inventory.
Protection. They do have a ward down. SVG, he's going to get caught. But we'll call it space because meanwhile in the mid lane, no glyph for the Dire, already been used, and that's a tier 3. And now the TP's back. Where are they? Venos is on cooldown, but he's in the base, and they're going to leave Tiny, who does have a TP. Nice retreat from Chaos. Not going to overstay their welcome. Just some sure damage on that ranged barracks, and they're happy with a tower.
Someone left an Ocean Heart on the ground. Item's so worthless, we don't care who has it.
That's one of my least favorites.
That's smoking bot. They know they're going for the outpost. Morphling's not going to be able to be there. He could TP when this starts.
It's a long TP, though. Quinn drops the boat. Already got the shield from DM. Husky's pretty low, but in comes Tiny. Now Yawar's here. This Kunkka has a heart, mind you, so he is one tanky mother, not the target you're going to easily bring down as they turn onto the Tiny. Now SVG's here, and things are looking rough for the Dire. They've lost 2. Now the full retreat will commence, and Kaleo, he's going to try to turn with an LSA. I don't know that there's anywhere for him to go here. No mobility tools. Does have a TP. They just need vision in the trees, and they won't find him. Nicely played.
Lucky man. I feel like the decision to Laguna Blade a Kunkka, who had just used ult, was not the greatest. It did minus damage. I wouldn't have been surprised if it healed him for how little it did.
Ooh, Philosopher's Stone. Up by Jenkins. Probably not going to be much help for the rest of this game, but generally a nice tier 2 item to find for that position 5. So a hero like Veno, right? You're killing stuff with your Plague Wards and your Poison. Don't really care about losing attack damage.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Yep. They're just going to take these towers. Abaddon's passive is extremely good at pushing.
Yeah, fair enough. Buybacks pretty sparse on the Dire side of things. Okay, Jenkins gets a couple of couriers, but yeah, he's going to lose a teammate in exchange. It's like the courier wall.
I mean, how do you go on Dire? Your Tiny doesn't have a mobility item to try and pick someone off, but even then, everyone on Rain is really tanky. You have Glimmer Cape on Rubik, Heart on Kunkka, Vlad's drums, all these items. It's just, you know, there's no way to go.
Now E-Blade on Yawar. This might be one where the Bears are taking this time to talk some strategy. It looks like they will try to make a final hold as Storm jumps in. Kaleo TP's forward, but Husky likely to be the first to fall. The Lina shortly after. Now they'll go in onto the Tiny. It feels like the last couple fights haven't even been this proper team fight. It's just Chaos getting an initiation. They burst one down. Then it's an easy 5v4 from there. That'll be GG called. And Chaos take game 1 in 22 minutes. Rather one-sided matchup here. Remember, the Bears did have a stand-in for this and did lose some of that reserve time while they were trying to find said stand-in. So maybe better chances coming into game number 2, but rough start to this series.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's really difficult for readers like Bears.
This is where you got to hype it up. You got to hit them with some stats. Be like, all right, Quinn, 1 death. You know, get critical of Chaos. They didn't play perfect. What could Chaos have done better?
I mean, it was a storm. It's pretty. It could have. Your walk could have not died twice in lane at the beginning. What a fool!
Yeah, this is a
It
big
should've
flames.
counted
You are
down.
don't die at level 1 on Morphling.
Yeah. When you're weakest, it's pathetic.
No, it's true though. Like, it's a good example of killing a carry like that in the first couple levels. Yeah, it slows them down, but it doesn't win you the lane. You know, they still had a better lane on the side of Chaos for most of that laning phase. And yeah, like, okay, that's their one weakness. The Bears were good to exploit it, but you got to have a game plan after that and have some way to shut him down. And unfortunately for Jenkins, tough game on the Venomancer. This was one where I didn't quite feel the Veno's impact as much as I thought I would, especially given how good the start was. Like, that lane did go pretty well for the Bears in the first 3 minutes, let's say. And sometimes that's enough for Veno to start picking up some steam.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said at the beginning of the game, when Quinn was level 5, Conqueror is going to be your like tempo setter, playmaker. You don't want him to have a good game, and when he's solo killing Storm like that, it's a really big issue for Dire.
Yeah,
because your mid is just not going to be able to have any game impact. Storm is going to be jungling for the next like 20 minutes because he can't do anything, and Quinn meanwhile gets to push towers with his team, get pickoffs. It's just too much to leave.
Yeah. Of course, this is obvious, but it's so much different than just Storm getting out CS'd in the lane and then just having to rotate into the jungle to recover. You have this two-faceted problem where now the Kunkka is super far ahead, so he can set the tempo more easily, and your Storm is extra behind because he died a couple times. So he's just by definition not setting tempo for anyone. He's just in pure like, please give me all the help I can get. I need an item. Yeah, that's tough. So, all right, taking a break, and then game 2, Chaos versus We Dislike Bears. After this, we'll see if the Bears can bring it back. 2-game series. Do. Don't forget to join the lobby.
Okay.
It's just random. Sometimes they jump into the game super quick. And I'll tell you, it really sucks trying to do the analysis while you watch from Dota TV and then kind of pretend like you knew what happened in the team fights. There was, I forget which major it was, but there was one major where for some reason, like when Trent was in the bathroom, he got kicked out of the lobby or something and didn't realize it. So when he came back, he wasn't in, and he literally was watching the game like on Dota TV and just trying to sort of fill in the gaps and say stuff that wasn't too bold based on my play-by-play. I didn't notice till halfway through the game, to his credit. It gets really hard in the late game, though. It's like, oh, that team fight was sick. Trent, break it down. Come back to me in 2 minutes, boss.
Oh, they really hit each other good.
Yeah, there's like a couple moments that casters have, those kind of like, oh shit moments. That is definitely one of them. And because I do the camera, that's like actually never happened to me, because if I'm not in the lobby, then we don't have a fucking stream. So I'm like, in the zone, but when you're an analyst, sometimes you go AFK and there's a remake and you miss it or something. That's one of the ultimate analyst oh shit moments.
I was just waiting for you to message me the thing. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. Usually the passwords stay the same game to game and then change series to series. But don't forget to sit now.
where's your broadcast channel? Oh, there you are. Whee.
This is definitely one of the best patches for supports, maybe ever. I mean, there's been some. They've been progressively making the position 5 and position 4 life just more fun to play, but I think this one, as a position 5 player, I'm having more fun playing Dota than ever before.
I think it depends on what you want from 5. I know a couple of friends who dislike the changes because it's lessened the sort of strategy of, I don't know, from 5. Apparently, I mean, personally, I'm a very greedy player. I love having items, so like I'll queue up for 5 and 4 now, you know?
Yeah.
Woo! I love having money.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I really think it's just them pushing to get more people to play 5. It's like, well, you don't have to buy wards money. You know, you don't have to spend money on wards now, guys. Come on, it's a fun role now, guys. Come on. Pull for a carry a little bit.
It's also just harder to get locked on that for like what I would call undying's whole existence. You know, locked in that suicidal poverty mode where you feel like you're just chain feeding and you can't make any momentum because you're the first to die in team fights. So you're not getting any experience from the team fights, even if your team's getting good trades. You're not getting a lot of assists. Now you get assist gold and credit if you're in the radius, like by default now. You get this extra XP from the outpost, so it's almost impossible to not get level 6 by 10 minutes. There's 2 tomes, so even if your cores are stealing tomes, you can still like fight over the second one. There's just a lot of ways that help you recover if you have a really shitty lane or one of those like, you know, you're trying to support your safe lane, they pick a Spectre or a Morphling, and you're getting dumpstered by some aggro tri lane. You're not just having a miserable time for the next half hour of your life. There's some sort of beacon of hope that you'll be able to get your spells and do something. So I think that was by far the worst part about playing 5. When you had good games, it was fine, but the bad games were really bad. And it felt like most of the other roles, there were a lot more ways to recover compared to just smoking and dropping wards.
Yeah, for sure. The only thing it does, I mean, it makes supports happier. It makes cores a little sadder because they have, when you, back in the day, you're carry, you get your items, and then you feed off supports for the next 20 minutes. It feels great, you know, the Crystal Maiden with brown boots, like trying to run for her life. It's like, haha, no. Now that Crystal Maiden has like, you know, Tranquil's 2 braces, some weird item from the jungle. It's like, stop it. They stop fighting back. It's disgusting. The power dynamics have changed too much.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how it's still ingrained that support's the ones that will handle the wards. Like I still have games where my mid is bitching about not having a ward mid, and sometimes I just want to say like, dog, just fly it out. Just put it wherever you want it to be. Why do you want me to run to your lane and put the ward down? That doesn't make sense anymore. That's just wasted time where I'm not helping my carry. You do it, big dog. You got a courier.
Yeah.
It cracks me